Mike, turn your games down.
Hi everybody, welcome to our comic episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who's in a Sonic horror comic with me tonight?
I am your resident Sonic slut, Phoebe Stanton, and I straight up told you, Mike, it just keeps getting worse.
Yeah.
So now we're here to talk about Sonic.
We're here to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog Volume 6, The Last Minute. Written by Ian Flynn, like all of these artists, Reggie Graham, Jennifer Hernandez, Jack Lawrence, Priscilla Tramonto, and Lamar Wells. I know I said a couple of those names wrong. So first, do you have the cool-ass cover? Because the cover of this...
He's busting in through the window?
I mean, that is the cover of this issue, but of the first issue we're going to talk about, but the cover of the trade itself, I really like, The Last Minute.
Okay, so here's the thing.
I know you're
I
reading
have
it.
taken photos for today's episode of all of the post-issue artwork, what I'm going to call the B covers. Send me this real quick, because it may or may not be.
It probably is a B cover
Back.
or something of that nature, to be completely honest with you. I don't know. Apparently, I don't know how to use Snippet either. I just realized.
There's a thing on your phone called a camera.
There is. You are correct. Here is it. I said that to somebody recently. I was telling my mother how much rent was for my mother-in-law's apartment. She's like, wow, that's expensive. And it's not. And I'm like, what year is it? She's like, 1999. She was joking, but also meant it at the same time. So, no, I get that. I have that conversation with a lot of people, but I normally can't tell. I usually can't ask someone jokingly, what year is it? For no reason at all. But it was, that's how whenever people ask me some crazy question like that, I'm like, yeah, it's 2026. Things aren't nice. I know, it sucks. Welcome to the future. I sent you the cover.
Okay, I am waiting for it.
I've been waiting for a photo like you.
That's a really good name for the volume.
Yeah, Last Minute is.
It is sending. It is sending. God help me. Would you actually send?
I mean, wouldn't it be receiving since I'm the one sending?
Oh yeah, no, that's in the back.
Oh, okay. I really like that cover. Because, well, I also have a weak spot for that mech, because back when I used to play SA2B, like when we were going for the Green Hill Zone, me and my girlfriend at the time, these were the levels that I could do. She could do, like, she was perfect, the Ruse and Knuckles levels, she maxed all those out, but she couldn't do the Tails and Eggman, and I got really good at those, and I was able to get A's on all of them. Still sad we never did finish that.
I also need to finish that at some point.
I'm never going to be honest, at this point. Like, it was a summer thing where me and her tried when she was spending the summer at my house, but never happened, and I will never try again, because it's ridiculously hard.
So issue 21.
So, yes, this cover fits the horror comic of the little metal cheese that's breaking through the window at Tails.
Yep. I am going to real quick send you what is the back art for this one.
Okay.
It is very dark because I took it last night before going to bed, but it is just a dynamic shot of Tails in the Tornado 2 mech.
Okay. You are right, that is a dark picture. That's cool, though.
The other ones are bright. Do not worry. So we're already starting
you went
off
to bed
with
at
a
night,
fun bit.
We both know you didn't.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Shush.
So this issue just starts off with more terribleness. It just shows, because I think it was last issue they talked about that Tails was going to go to, his workshop in Central City, and you see Central City being goobered.
Yep, the face ship is just throwing it all up.
I wasn't sure what word to use.
Now, let's think about where we left off. A bunch of people have been pretty much crowded into the extremely small location that is the Restoration HQ. Sonic is running for his life, both to keep the infection off and because he's got a little watch doodad that is analyzing him, so that way Tails can potentially make a cure.
Hope that watch isn't too important.
I hope that watch isn't too important either. And like you said, Tails is at his main workshop in Central City.
But
separate storylines.
So I had forgotten what we read last time because it's been a little bit since we read Volume 5.
Yeah.
Because busy. And
but this is a good job of just starting at 10 miles per hour and quickly accelerating to 100 and slamming us into a wall.
Well, also with these Sonic comics, they always have a story so far, a quick little page that will queue you up. It also like they still have a little cream map that shows you where everybody is and who's alive, who's been corrupted. Like they have little X's on their little faces of all the people that have been corrupted. Omega's X'd out too because he's dead.
Yeah, he's just ahead now.
Actually, no, I lied. He's not X'd out. He's there, but yeah, he's just ahead. Shadow's the one that's been X'd out because he's gone.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah, it's God. I am ready for this saga to be done.
Because you're not enjoying it, or because it is just so bleak?
The bleak. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm not enjoying it, but this was a harder read for. Well, I mean, I read this in 2 days easy. I read one comic and I read the 3 comics the other day. It wasn't a hard read like that, but it is just depressing, and I'm kind of ready to be done with this saga.
Yeah, we're gonna get there near the end of this episode.
Still got 2 volumes, I think, of this arc.
Well, we have 3 issues before we get to the thing that I noticed upon this reread. So we have Tails in his workshop. The city's literally just been infected. Just about everybody is infected.
Doesn't take long.
It did not take 1 hour. 1 hour was all it took.
God, it is a fast virus.
Yeah, because it's just on touch.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't, when you think about that, it very much like a zombie, I mean, it's a zombie outbreak, but instead of them having to bite you or scratch you, they just, all you have to do is be touched and you're fucked.
Yeah.
So that's a lot worse, and it's instant. It's like in a zombie outbreak.
It's not only instant for other people, for some of the few, like Sonic, you can stave it off for a short while if you're active, but the more you get touched or touch a Zombot, the faster the rate of infection. So if a rain of people surrounds one person, that person's going in 10 times the speed that they would have each individually gone, which we'll see later on.
It's so this book was just so fucking depressing, and it like this whole saga's been depressing, but this one is where it's starting to feel like there's no hope. I mean, obviously I know there is because I know there's more books, and it's Sonic. They're not gonna just kill him like, oh, Sonic died. He didn't. I know that's not where this is going, but yeah, this one kind of hit me where I'm like, man, I'm not okay with this.
Fun. It's fun.
I'm wondering I'm assuming 7 is not going to be pleasant either. So,
well, we'll get there.
I know sooner than later because I want to read it. But so like you were saying, you have Tails at the headquarters. You have Sonic. They mentioned where he's at. Is it Barricade City, which is a level from one of the games? You can tell
it's outside Barricade Town, which is. Let's use the power of the internet. Because it might be a location from Forces.
Man, I'm glad we're playing that finally. Later this
Barricade Town is originally from just the comic. We have been there before. This was issue 3's location.
I know, but I was hoping it was another game issue. Because there's so much stuff that's from the games that they bring up.
Nah, but it is where I think we met Rough and Tumble.
Yeah, because they do make references in here to different issues, and I'm like, that was a long time ago, guys.
Yeah.
I don't remember. So I like how Tails starts off like, energetic and hopeful, and then it doesn't take long before he realizes how close the Zombots are getting. And I do like that there's a little part here where he talks about how Tangle and Whisper are, helping with the evacuation, and then you also have a scene a little earlier where Tangle references her miniseries, like, yeah, me and Wolf make a pretty good team after all. And I know that I know that probably made you smile, Phoebe.
Oh, absolutely. There are a few shots within these 4 issues that I'm like, yeah, this is the shipping.
Hey, I'm okay with that.
And I just like the most characters, period.
I know you do. I think Wolf is probably your favorite, right?
You mean Whisper?
Whisper. Isn't she a wolf?
She is a wolf.
Yeah, she's Sniper Wolf.
I swear to God.
Hey, you're the one that had me read that comic.
Yeah.
I will never unsee it, nor will I unforget to make jokes about it. So
yeah, I know.
It's not a bad thing. It was so damn cool. So damn cool. That's how you do a homage right. You make it odd enough that the majority of people won't catch it, but the people that do will go, ah! That's how you do a homage.
There are a few things like that within this comic. Like we talked about many moons ago. The lyrics to Eggman's theme and the Never Fear the Fall from the Sonic 06 theme being something that Neo Metal Sonic says.
I unfortunately don't remember what you're referring to, but it's all right.
Exactly.
Time keeps on ticking. Oh, I like when you have Tails looking at the virus and kind of trying to like figure it out. I do like that his lab is a giant Tails head. That did make me laugh.
Well, he had to upgrade after he moved out of the Temple of Ruins from Sonic Adventure.
You see him end up getting getting a sample of the virus, and then you see in the background Cheese, and I don't remember the other child's name.
Dracula!
Yeah, those little bastards now that are metal, and looking at him. And then when it does cut to more, because this doesn't happen in this volume, unfortunately, I'm assuming it's coming next volume. You have more stuff with Dr. Starline where he's talking to who are these fuckers?
So these are the Deadly Six. They are from Sonic Lost World, I believe we've talked about in the past. And they are pretty much the Sonic World's version, the Deadly Sins, if I understand correctly. So Zavik would be Wrath, the Gothy one would be Sloth, etc., etc.
Oh, I didn't know Sonic Lost World was kind of like a 2D. I mean, not 2D. It's like a 3D game, but it's not like it looks to be a lot like classic Sonic with a little bit of twist.
Yeah, it was Wii exclusive. Now it's on Steam.
Oh, yeah, I own it.
Yeah, I think I also own it, so it will be played at some point.
It's going to be on the show at some point, yes. And especially now that it became relevant to this comic, I'm probably like, man, I need to experience that at some point.
Exactly.
Same as Sonic Colors. That is already relevant to this comic, and I have no idea.
That is definitely relevant to this comic. So
No idea.
Starline is starting to not exactly make a coup, but it's like he's starting to realize that maybe Eggman bit off a little bit more than he could chew, and he's getting some outside help.
Yeah, I mean, I would say more of a coup because he's kind of going against Eggman, but he's not. But no, you're probably more right because it's not on purpose to be a coup. I mean, it is going to be a coup, but not the way he thinks it's going to be.
Oh,
or he's intending.
You're gonna have fun with Starline in the far future.
I'm sure I am. I mean, because like even in this comic, not in this issue, but later on, you do start to see him realize that Eggman is a fucking idiot.
Yes. We will get there.
We will. But I don't know much about these characters because I've never played that Lost World yet. I mean, I had little interest, but the more I see stuff like this, the more I want to play Colors and Lost World. That's why they might happen this year. I mean, Sonic Forces is already guaranteed to happen this year. It's on the schedule. Boom. But we'll see. Some of these are getting real tempting to put on the show. So,
yay, more Sonic.
Well, I mean, we're reading this comic, and I'm enjoying this comic, and I feel like I should be more aware of Sonic stuff. So, yeah. Then you have some stuff of Tangle and Whisper fighting together and helping with the evacuation, and then they don't really talk about it in this arc at all or this volume, but you have Silver is over in Ice Paradise, like handling the city on his own, trying to help with evacuation.
Well, he is telekinetic, so he can handle it for the most part. And thankfully, Whisper also the Wispins, when they become like attacks and stuff, they turn into pure energy, and energy cannot be affected by the metal virus. This was the first time I noticed, however, that whenever she starts using a specific Wispin in her weapon, the eyeball on the mask also changes.
Oh, I did not notice that either. That is cool. I just love that weapon now that we know the backstory to that weapon.
Yeah.
And I know I made this joke because people listen to this show all the time, that like, yeah, sometimes we don't need the backstory of everything. Looking at you, Solo. But like, I'm okay with it here. So, I do like that movie, by the way. But yes. One thing that's really heartbreaking, I think this is where kind of like, because I only read the first issue the first night, then I put the book down. I'm like, I'll read the rest tomorrow because I had 2 nights to get this done for this recording. So you see Tails figures out a cure.
Yep, he got it.
And then he's trying to upload it, and it doesn't work because the fucking Chow's cut the power. So he's like, okay, I'll just grab the servers, and I'll plug them in later. And then he immediately drops it.
Well, so that one Zombot breaks into the room.
And it hits it.
And yeah, and you can see the swipe down motion on the claw. So
yeah, I mean, knocked it out of his hand. Sorry,
yeah, thank God, at least he didn't infect Tails.
Yeah. I mean, I was just like, really? Like, we've been going through this now for, I think this is our 3rd volume. Wait, no, we're on 7, 5. Yeah, 5, 6, and 7 have all been the metal virus. This is our 3rd volume of this, not including Tangle and Whisper. that really wasn't Metal Virus. And like they have a cure and the hope is gone. And I was like, what a fuck you.
Oh no, Mike, it's so much better than that. Because as we're gonna see, this is kind of this current 4-issue arc within the Metal Virus arc is sort of the birth by sleep of the franchise, where all 3 stories are happening at the same time, and issue 24 is the combined epilogue.
Okay.
So, like, right now, at this current moment, Tails has lost the server, which means he's lost the cure. But hopefully Sonic still has that watch-looking device. I say, but since we're going to rewind in issue 23, that means at the exact same moment that he drops the fucking server, Sonic's up. Oopsie happens.
Okay, I didn't realize they were the exact same moment. I mean,
they are happening in tandem.
Yeah, it's so freaking depressing in a weird way.
And Tails is so mad about it. He leaves the warehouse, his little workshop, with the Tornado 2 mech, and proceeds to just race across the city. People in his way, Zombot or not, be damned. He just like crashes into them like it's nobody's business.
I mean, it doesn't matter for Sonic. He's already infected, so...
Yeah, and it's not going to matter for them because they all just T-1000 reform, but it's the fact that, you know, they used to be civilians, and he's already so mad about losing the cure that he's like, nah, fuck it. Drive into them at 80 miles per hour. It's fine.
Well, it honestly doesn't matter. I do love all the stuff, seeing the tornado again, and you see it go into the racer mode, too, and I just went chef's kiss. I can't make that sound on here because it won't pick up, but, like, that's how I felt. And I was just so, like, I love SA2B a little too much, and just because of memories, nostalgic for it. Oh, I didn't realize tornado blows up. So we get it for a little bit.
He loses it. Thank you for all your hard work. You deserved better.
I mean, just the fact that they worked it in here was great. And this is when you have Amy, and she comes and picks up the survivors, and I think there weren't that many. And then she tells them Restoration HQ has fallen also. And then you were talking about, oh, but don't forget, we have to mention the advertisement in the back of this comic is Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sound off. No idea what it is, but that's the ad.
Going to assume they either formed a band or... No,
I have no idea.
This was the finale to the comic.
I didn't read it, for the record. I just went, oh, okay, this exists, and I'll make a mental note of this to make fun of it tomorrow. All right, that was about how it went. So, then you bring to issue 22. This is a fucking good cover.
Yeah, so let's rewind. Whoop. Now, 1 hour ago, or
you didn't
whatever.
Do it right, Phoebe. You gotta go do for a joke that only certain people get.
Is that Wayne's World?
Yes, it was.
Okay, need to watch that at some point.
Yes, you should.
Yeah, Zach has also said that. But yes, we're at Restoration HQ, and that cover is fantastic.
It surprised me how cool it is, because it has Vector and SPL trying to close the door, zombies trying to get in, including Charmy. You know, like, you can just... I didn't expect what I was reading, because I don't know, I read the first issue, went to sleep the next day, I picked up the next issue, so I'd forgotten that this was, happening at the same time.
Now, I have sent the alternate cover for issue 22. My assumption is that issue 22 of this comic, considering that this is the most horrific or horror-based of the issues so far.
That's Halloween.
Has a Halloween cover with such notable costumes for characters as Rouge as a witch, Metal Sonic as the Grim Reaper, Tails as a mad scientist / doctor, Cream as a princess because she is a pretty princess, and Silver as fucking Knights from Nights into Dreams.
They had to actually try to remember that, oh yeah, we own that franchise, don't we? Yep.
Yeah, despite only making 2 games, and I just found this out this week, an Archie comic in the 90s.
I'm not surprised. As a guy who used to buy Archie comics, I am not surprised. And for the record, 22 came out on October 23rd, 2019.
Yeah, so this is a perfect Halloween cover.
Yeah. This is another depressing issue, too, because, like, I like how it starts off with Amy, is exhausted looking at like the battle plans or where people are and what's going on. And you have Cream, who's at this moment energetic for the most part. And she makes a good comment. She's like, if I don't try to be happy, like I'm gonna be sad, and I need to be happy and uplifting. And I took that to heart because I try to do that for people. I think that's like I always try to be like that positive person a lot of times.
Yeah, we all try to do that for each other, but sometimes it gets really hard, and Amy is reaching that breaking point. Well, something that we actually forgot about in issue 21, and this was something I thought about at work today, was the entirety of issue 21 is Sonic's fault. Not even because of the whole, we should have taken care of Eggman, or because of X, or because of Y. It was because he thought 2 jars were good enough to stop Zombot Chow.
Yeah, I don't think he had a lot of tools at his disposal, I'm going to assume.
No.
So he worked with what he had. But yes, I wouldn't blame him for that one as much. They didn't really have time to make a good decision. It was just, what can we do to get through this moment? So, but yes, I mean, you are not wrong. Had that not happened, had he been able to contain them, then they wouldn't be here to fuck up this part. So you are correct in that. But the way that they go with Cream, I think, is also really good here. You have a page of the people from Sonic Colors, the 7 ugly creatures.
The Deadly Six.
Yes, Deadly Six. Yeah, you have them. But I do, and I don't know, just talking about how they're going to fuck over Robotnik here shortly. But when you see Cream and you see all these people that they've been rescued are just like...
Crammed.
Because there's not... Yeah, they're just cramped in this little room because there's no space because... everything is infected, and then the dumbest, except it wasn't even their fault, Vector, and they bring in Charmy. The part that got me is that container that Charmy's in is one of, the power-ups that you would get, like, your rings or invincibility from. That made me smile.
And look, on the one hand, Vector has a point. We don't leave people behind, but you have to. You have to in this situation.
I mean, you watch enough zombie movies, I'm sure. Like, look what happened. You can't leave those, they're infected. There's nothing you can do.
No. Jamurl puts it the best way. When Cream is saying, listen, Charmy is a victim as well. It's okay. We have to show kindness. And he's like, that's stupid. She's like, don't be discouraged. She'll learn to think like us one day. And he goes, illogically and self-destructively?
I do like that because he's completely right. It doesn't cause it makes their problems worse, but had he not gotten Charmy, the same shit would have happened. So it isn't as big of a deal, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's the best part, is Charmy is not the problem in this issue, it turns out, as we're going to find literally just by flipping the page.
Oh yeah, because it doesn't take long.
Yeah, no, even if Charmy had not been infected, and/or Vector had not brought Charmy back, it wouldn't have mattered.
What I don't understand is how that, because they talk about how, what the fuck is the robot's name?
Omega or Jamurl?
Jamurl. Omega's not here. He's dead, mostly. Gemurl, every time they say Gemurl, my brain kept reading General. And I go, no, that's an M, not an N. But I'm like,
no,
I see what you did there.
We're not playing Mega Man X4 today.
It's a good game. But he was supposed to be scanning the people that come in here, and apparently he somehow missed this person with the cloak on.
I understand, because with how crammed everybody is, do you really think they just came in one by one single file?
Fair.
Do you think the scan could have been 100% accurate?
I mean, you'd have to scan each person, but yeah, everybody's just kind of grouping in, and
could have easily snuck in between 2 people or behind a person who was clean, so the scan didn't. There's 100 different ways this could have gone down, and this is just the entirety of the zombie handbook. It's real. People wouldn't want to be alone, but being alone is what you need to do.
Yeah, it's selfish because he knows he's infected. I mean, that's why he got the cloak on, hiding everything. And then you see in one panel where you can see, you don't see any goo. And then the next panel, you start seeing goo. Then the other panel, you see more goo because it just, it goes so fast.
Yeah. And this is another one of those, Fun thought experiments, because on a single touch, you're infected. Everybody's shoulder to shoulder, so even if you don't show signs, you're already infecting the next person.
It's, I mean, pretty much, it's going to be pretty instantaneous, not to mention that, it's just going to travel quickly. And then that leads to Charmy escaping. The panel where you see Charmy with a little bee stinger, like, coming down at the people is fucking hilarious to me for some reason. It's the badass Charmy has ever looked.
Yeah. And poor Cream is just crying out for her mom, Vanilla.
Oh, that scene where her mother is holding off the zombots and gets infected, and yeah, they're like, we can't save her. She's already infected, And Amy saves her, or saves Cream. Man, that is again, I was like, I don't need this in my Sonic comic right now.
No, we absolutely do. And it's great, but it is hyper depressing.
Yeah, it hit me, and I'm like, I don't like this. And then to make things worse, so after they escape, you have Gemerald and Vector are trying to close the door to seal everything in so that, the infection won't spread and they can escape. And then this is where Vector's decision come back to bite him right in the ass. Charmy slips through the door, so he has to grab him, but by touching him, he's then infected.
Yup.
So he pretty much just says, hey, I'll go in there, hold them off, close the door behind me because he knows he's a goner. But then they also say, Vector's strong. He's going to break that door open once he's fully infected.
Yeah, no, it is straight up like okay, he bought us 3 seconds. 1, 2, we go now.
Yeah.
But Vector, at least at the very end, keeps his cool and is just like, Espio, you're lead detective now. And just backs up into the door. Just so that way the one shuttle that got out, can go to Central City Bay.
Which I don't think is much safer either.
Yeah, to pick up however many more people. Which again, we can see this line. There are a few people who we can't see in the line. We can see their shadows. How many of them are getting missed by Gemerald?
Oh yeah, because there's too many people and he can't. And you know where this goes, too, so. I mean, it's been a little bit, though, hasn't it, since you read all these?
It has been a little bit. I'm just pointing out that, if this were a real zombie thing, I wouldn't trust that shuttle for the life of me.
Fair. Completely fair. I didn't think about that, but yeah.
I just noticed in the second to last panel, Tangle has her tail wrapped around a Whisper.
I didn't really think about that.
I love Tangle and Whisper.
I know you do.
But yeah, this is like the most we've ever seen these characters defeated, huh?
Yeah, and it's a little much for me. It was a little too much for me here. I normally it's a comic book. I know how comic books go. It isn't one of those things that, affects me in any shape or form, but it was making me sad while reading this.
Oh, we're not there yet, Mike. We're not at the sad part.
That's what I wanted to hear. So then this issue ends where Tails tells, how everything is hopeless because he had to cure. And then I didn't realize that this is then Sonic on the same time, all at the same time.
Yeah. So when he goes, yo, Tails, you're there. I'm far outside Barricade's town. So this was happening right before Tails was about to go outside.
It hits.
And also that issue cover art.
It's a hard hitting one.
I am sending the alt cover for 23 now.
Oh, and okay. And the ad for this one is Care Bears Unlock the Magic.
I didn't know Care Bears had a comic.
Maybe they don't anymore, but they did at one point.
They did.
Everything has a comic.
This is sadly. Well, where's my Rainbow Bright comic? God damn it.
Oh, I don't like that alternate cover you just sent me.
No,
I do not care for it. For those wondering, it's Sonic and Eggman looking at each other, and Sonic's covered in goo, and Eggman has his glass like he's a space guy. Astronaut. That's the word.
Yeah, Mike, are you okay?
No, I'm not. Too much depressing Sonic in my life. So then that brings to issue 23. This cover is Eggman, Starline, a bunch of Zombots in the background, Sonic running in the front. It's okay. It's not as good as the other covers.
It looks like a movie poster.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair statement. This is more of Sonic talking to Tails earlier. He, saying, okay, keep that thing safe. He's running with it. But then he goes by, Barricade Town, and he finds Eggman and Starline in floating contraptions because, of course, Eggman's in his what is that thing? That thing has a name. It has to.
I'm just gonna call it the egg.
I am the Eggman. That's what I am. I am the Eggman.
There we go.
I don't remember the rest of that song anymore. Been a long time. I know that thing has a name though, but I can't remember what it's called. But I know, and I don't know how to Google it, but I know it has a name. But that's fine. It could be the egg, to be completely honest with you. I do like this, where you have Starline and Robotnik arguing, and this is when Starline starts figuring out that, Robotnik Eggman is an idiot.
Yeah.
Because he's brilliant, but at the same time, he just doesn't care.
No.
And doesn't
like I said, he makes an alpha build, and then he's like, this was the final product, no more patches.
Yeah, he makes this virus, and he doesn't make a vaccine, for one thing, and he doesn't have a way to change it. He doesn't have a way to stop it. He can't control it. It's not very smart.
No.
And I like how Dr. Starlight is like, oh yeah, remember when, we talked about Metal Sonic, and he shows like a little panel kind of rehashing the first volume or the first arc, and it's just like, yeah, it's Eggman.
Well, hold on, because there's a little bit beforehand, because we have Starline saying that they're trying to find the frequency to control the Zombot. And they're having a little argument, and Eggman's idea is, why don't we just use the Warp Topaz and attach it to the Chaos Emeralds? And Starline's like, no. Just straight up no to his boss, his idol. Even the tiniest little bit of energy activates this thing in reality warping ways. And you're talking about attaching the 7 Chaos Emeralds to it. And Eggman's just like, it'll be fine. Whatever. Besides, why would I make a cure for this? There's no vaccine to this. And Starline's like, the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, not very smart.
And Sonic, is the honeymoon over already? Because he's just watching these two bicker like an old couple. When when Sonic goes, nope, you don't get the pre-fight banter. We're not doing that today. Sonic is done.
Yeah, and he has a right to be. This has been a crazy thing that they have been dealing with, and it's I'd be done too. So I don't blame him.
Sonic isn't even like, why the hell did you choose to come back to this when you became Eggman again, thanks to this idiot over here? You could have walked away. You could have said no. And Eggman has a short little bit where he actually reminisces, and not in a bad way. You want me to be a charitable goody two-shoes, fixing doorknobs and building toys, living on grateful smiles, listening to children's laughter day in and day out, making things people need and use, and he looks like he truly misses it. And that is game accurate. He's quit a few times before.
Oh, I didn't really think about that.
Yeah, at the end of Sonic Adventure 2, when you do the final story, and he says, maybe I'm just going to be done for a while. What happens? Sonic Heroes happens. He's not the main villain. Metal Sonic did that on his own accord.
Oh yeah, Metal Sonic. I need to play Sonic Heroes too.
And then what? Sonic Generations. The ending of that game.
Never played it.
Him and his past self get stuck in a white void, and he's like, maybe I'll just go back to get my higher degree, become a teacher.
It didn't work out very well, did it?
I don't know. What's more interesting is, if you follow the Sonic X version of events, where Season 2 is Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Season 3, Eggman's not the bad guy for a good while. So that whole... It's not an adaptation of Sonic Heroes of memory serves, but again, that whole... I'm just gonna retire for a little bit. It sticks. And here, it looks like it could stick again. He's actually thinking, maybe I should just fucking quit. Yeah, maybe Sonic's right. But no, I'm bringing peace and unity to the world and providing it with my brilliant guidance.
But to be fair, there are people like that in real life too that believe that bullshit, and they're terrible people. So it's not an insane thing to think about. So it happens.
Yeah.
I do like when you see, when the egg, when Sonic goes to attack it at first a little bit ago, or whatever, you see all the different weapons that pop out of it are references to games, and it made me smile.
Oh, like the spiked flail?
Yeah.
I love it.
They're just and then there's the saw blade, and I'm like, man, and then there's even a little thing at the bottom that looks like something that you could jump on and spin to get up higher or something. it just made me smile because it really felt like a reference.
Yeah.
So I liked it. And then he destroys the egg. Like Sonic takes it out, and I mean, Robotnik escapes, of course, because of Dr. Starline. They can teleport and go places.
Yeah, no. But it's nice that he's back to back with Eggman. He's not touching Eggman though. So there's no spreading of the virus to Eggman. But Eggman starts freaking out. And he says, I command you. And it works. Except it doesn't work. Starline just found the correct frequency.
For just a second, pretty much. Because he has the right frequency, and then he loses it. And then he doesn't know what it is anymore.
Yeah. But I love Starline's thinking, maybe I won't have to use my own plants after all. But then, what will you learn from this?
Because he's such a... I mean, this kind of shows how Eggman is stupid in certain ways. Like, you can be brilliant, but you can also be a very stupid person. And this is when Sonic... Like, you have the panel of Sonic on top of the house, and he's almost completely metal. And this is when he realizes that his little doohickey thing on his arm that's been destroyed.
Yeah.
Their last hope at this point.
Yeah.
That hit me too.
And it's just like the last 3 pages of... We can see that the Zombots have light transforming powers because they all have these razor sharp claws now for hands, and they are climbing up the wall of Barricade City. Like, haha, you're going to barricade yourself at the top of a skyscraper? No, that won't work here.
I mean, it just shows like you can't escape the zombie apocalypse. It's so depressing too. And then Starline, because this is when you have Starline goes to talk to the evil 6, and this is when he's like, he doesn't realize that they're like, yeah, we're gonna fuck over Eggman because he fucked us over in Sonic Colors, which Mike has no idea about. And in the end of this issue, he picks up some kind of like spiral conch shell. Do you know what that is?
I think it's what they use, or Eggman uses in Sonic 06, Lost World, in order to control the Deadly Six.
Okay.
Because while Zavik is trying to one-up Starline, Starline is going, I'm at least smart enough to learn from my mistake and others' mistakes. Eggman fucked up. I'm not going to do that.
Okay. I figured it was something from there, but since I've never played that game or know much about it, I was confused. I had to ask. See, because you're my Sonic girl. You know a lot of this stuff.
I try.
I'm also surprised how many games you haven't played, though.
It is disturbing to me how many I have not touched, but there are some that I am willing to never touch.
Only one.
Sonic the Hedgehog 4.
Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog 4 is fine.
And Sonic 06, but I did touch that one.
I really want to play Sonic 06. I'm waiting for that remake to get finished. I'll play that.
Yeah, Project 06 is going to be a lifesaver.
I feel like there's stuff in that game, like story-wise, that matters. It's just the game is awful, so...
Sort of. If we ever go into the movies, like if we ever actually talk about the current Paramount Sonic universe, 06 will need to be touched on a little bit.
Oh, I just want to experience the game anyway, in general, so... But it sounds like the version that came out is almost unplayable. Plus, you can't really
I'm going to explain this to you in a nice way. Every time that you ask me to be on a show, even if I've played the game in like the last year, I'm willing to replay it to like retouch on stuff.
Yeah.
If you do an episode on Sonic 06, I am not replaying that fucking game.
Okay.
It's not in me.
Must be pretty bad then. So then that brings us to issue 24, which this one has cover A. I really like this cover.
So is cover A the flip side where you see every single character ever as a Zombot version?
On one side, on the right side is Zombots, on the left side is normal.
I love how Tails and Tangle look as Zombots. The absolute evil sneer on Tails.
Yeah.
And just like the lurched forward, darkened eyes of Tangle. Vanilla looks like an old school 60s zombie. Big the Cat is fucking terrifying.
Yes.
Cream has the most evil smile ever. So does Jewel. It's such a good cover.
Yeah, it's a really good cover. Like, I really like this. I'm like, this is something that I almost wouldn't mind having without the text. I just want the picture. Like, this is just cool.
The best part is that at the bottom of it, is Eggman and Metal Sonic pouring entire containers worth of metal virus. And right above Omega on the destruction side of this is Starline. Like, Eggman could give less of a fuck if Starline got infected.
You don't care. He's just using him like he's like everybody else that he comes in contact with in this. Like, it's just who he is.
This comic issue cover is amazing. But let me send you what cover B is.
Okay. And then this issue starts off that they go to the town that kind of, I think, started the whole thing, Spiral Hill Village, or one of the early towns, I want to say. I can't remember. But they go there in the town, of course, because this is where the HQ is, what the people that are left are trying to escape to. And I think this is when SPO confronts Sonic, and he's like, hey, if you would have just let me, take out Eggman, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, no. And so the second page, you can just automatically see half eye closed Cream. She's done. She's got nothing left in her.
Well, she's sad.
Yeah. No, she's broken.
Yeah, okay, broken's probably.
And there is something in this issue specifically, when we get to the end of it. I love whoever the artist for this issue is, because they do something with these characters that is amazing.
I mean, this one's another kind. This issue is also really fucking depressing. Like, the stuff with Sonic where he's infected and like SPO's like, I would take you out. He's like, you can't touch me. Like, no, you'll be infected too. And it's just good. I mean, and then when they're trying to, like, I mean, they're in the city, but they have to leave already because all the zombots are taking over. And so Tangle is handling some of like fighting them, and she puts like stools in front of her feet so she doesn't, so when she hits them, she doesn't actually touch them.
Yeah, what? I was wondering if you were gonna catch that one or not, because it's so good. Oh, and God, everybody on the one page of just Cream barely talks, just hello, Mr. Sonic, and walks away. And Tails looks like he's about to break if Sonic gives him bad news. Please tell me you have the data recorder. Nope. But Tangle still got it. But does Tangle still have it, Mike?
Have what?
Does she have a will? Is she still going on with the best fight in her? Can she keep this up forever?
I mean, no, she can't. We find out.
No. She's already done.
That got me too when she realizes that she's infected. And she tells Sonic, she's like, yeah, it's okay. I'm already infected.
But Hell Whisper.
I knew this part would get you because you like both these characters a lot. And the way that she gets... Woo!
Yeah, no, that absolute scream of defiance to what just happened. The news that she just got. And Sonic is trying to tone it down in the dumbest way possible. Where's Tangle? Amy asks. She got infected. She's staying behind to cover all of us. She said she was sorry, but heroes have nothing to be sorry about. And it's like, dude, read the room. And you see all the other characters but Whisper in the foreground of one panel, and she is just in shadow, and you can see how devastated she is before the scream even happens.
Yeah, you could. I mean, it makes sense. They become close friends, and then, Tangle's gone. And at this point, they don't know if there's a cure or anything they can do to save them. Like, they have no idea.
So, this is when I have to point out the brilliancy of the artist for this issue.
Okay.
Because over the last couple of pages, all three parties from issues 21, 22, and 23 realize that they have all individually messed up in the worst case scenario. The data recorder is gone, which means there's no backup to making a cure, which was completed and is now gone. And Restoration HQ is gone. And there's a thing that this artist does in a lot of these shots where the characters have extra lines drawn on their faces, specifically under their eyes, because it is just, they are so tired and they are so done and there is no hope left, but we have to keep going.
Mm-hmm. It's not what I expected at all. And then, like, to go back to, like, Whisper's face, like, when she looks like a wolf. Like, they have her fangs and everything. And I like how even the Wisp are helping, trying to pull her back. They're like, it's just suicide at this point. Because if she went out there, like, you can't save her. You would just get infected, too. Like, you won't do any good. Only Sonic is able to keep the virus off, and it's getting, like, the speed isn't working as well either. So he's getting closer and closer.
It is in an earlier panel where Jamurl states he is just about at the point where his speed is not going to cover it anymore. Even if he runs, it's going to be spreading.
So it's a good scene.
Also,
and then when you see Tangle conform to the metal, like,
oh my god,
has spikes on it.
Yeah, her fucking knuckles are now spiked. Oh my god, this awesome design.
It's damn cool. And then this is when Starline is talking to Eggman in the last page, and he says, I have a plan, and it shows him that he's bringing the Deadly Six into this world.
Yeah, Eggman's like, no, it's fine. I've got this. Stop pestering me. And Starline's like, no, I'm done taking the orders.
It's cool. I am excited for more. Like, I actually clicked on the next issue last night to see just what the first couple of pages were, and I saw my buddy in red is back finally. So I was like, yes, Knuckles again. I missed him because he's been gone.
We're gonna have to read the annual.
I know, we're doing the annual next, and then we'll do. Well, the annual will be with the next episode we do of these.
So here's the fun part, because normally annuals are canon, not canon, and are just like silly little things. No, this annual is legit.
I'm looking forward to it, for the record, so very much so.
So yeah, Mike, we have 2 more volumes for the Metal Sonic, or for the Metal Virus arc.
I know. I'm ready for it to be done, to be completely honest with you.
But it's so good.
It's good, but yeah, this was hard. This was a depressing read. Oh, we should go to Shelf Stacker Box.
Wait, no.
Yes.
What was the ad in the back of issue 24, Mike?
Powerpuff Girls.
Oh.
I know, nothing too exciting, but yeah, Powerpuff Girls. I was like, okay. I'm not surprised Powerpuff Girls have comics. That makes sense. IDW got to get the license it can, even though it has one of the best licenses, TMNT and Sonic.
Yeah, you need to catch up. I have already ordered the last 3 omnibooks for TMNT.
I know I need it. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that I do the Power Ranger game every other week, I probably would have done more of those TMNT comics, but that's what...
It is hilarious how this all started, because I'm listening to you guys read TMNT and going, oh man, that sounds amazing. And I love IDW. They've done one of my favorite comics of all time. So start reading that. I was already thinking about ordering the Sonic. Might as well do it. And then you're like, so Sonic, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, anything else you want to say?
I am good, I think.
Put a Shelf Stacker Box, and Phoebe, you lead us in.
I'm putting this on the shelf. I am glad that Sonic, especially with Ian Flynn as the writer, is willing to take chances with some of these darker stories. And listen, characters can evolve. Characters can change over time. We can write darker stories or lighter stories. The kids can handle it. This fucking ruled.
Okay. So I'm going to break my habit of what I've been doing. All of these have been on the shelf, I think, so far. This is going in the stack. So,
really?
I mean, the overall story is good, but this was still just depressing, and it was a little... I mean, I read it very quickly, and I enjoyed it. I wasn't bored, so I can't put it in the box. But because of the content, it's going in the stack, because it was just really depressing. Yeah. I mean, again, I'm very excited to read the next one when we do 7. I do want more Sonic, and I know the title of 7 is All or Nothing, so I know how that's going to be. Probably... And then there's only 1 volume left of this arc, so I'm excited to get through this so we can go on to the next big volume, or big whatever the hell we call these things.
Yeah, they're volume. Saga.
Yeah, saga I think is the word they use. So I'm excited because I want to get to the next one. But yeah, this is going in the stack. Still glad we read it. I don't regret it at all.
I don't think you're ready for the next one, Mike.
how bad can the next one be?
I think in some ways, definitely not as dark as this, and in other ways, darker.
I know the 5th saga, well, by the time we get there, probably more of it will be out. You'll probably have access to it. But, like, I know the next saga is Eggman's Legacy, is what the next saga is called. And that runs from 33 to 56.
Oh, so it's a little bit more than what I have, because it's up to 50 for me.
You don't have anything past 50 yet?
No, the Omnibook Volume 6 comes out in March, I think.
Oh, well, we'll probably not, well, I don't think we'll get up, March is not that far, we won't be that far by then, so, we could, but it won't happen, there's a lot of stuff to read.
Yeah, no,
but I'm
let me double check. When Volume 6 comes out? In May, I apologize.
We might be done. We'll see.
We will be able to do up to issue 56, the 2022 annual, something called Deep Trouble, and the Scrapnik Island miniseries.
Okay, or you just have to read them other ways. So.
Or that.
All right, I guess we should go to plugs. I don't think I have anything else to say. Phoebe, where can people find you at?
You can find me over on YouTube and Twitch as the Let's Play Princess, on Twitter and Blue Sky as the LP Princess, and as one of the co-hosts of the podcast Nerds A Broadcast.
I never say it like that when I plug you, by the way. I say it slow, a lot faster.
I know that the word abroad and broadcast are fused together, and that might confuse some people, so I am...
No, that's fair. I just put a link in the show notes and go, well,
that is also true.
This is me. It shouldn't surprise you, especially with plugs. All right, I should do my plugs. So if you enjoyed this episode, over 900 other episodes of this podcast, we do movies, TV shows, video games, comics, all sorts of content. If you want to hear the rest of our Sonic episodes, including our comics, the games that we have covered, all that will be in the show notes, so check that out. You will see a link to all those episodes. If you want to support the show, do a Patreon. Little Dog vote in our Patreon poll. We have 1 to 2 polls a month. Currently 2 polls for this month and February. Got back to it finally. And if you donate $10 or more, we'll plug your podcast or YouTube or whatever it is that you do. Every episode I create that month, I create a shit ton. So you get a lot of plugs. They don't go away either. They stay because I don't change them. They're just part of that episode forever. All right. And you want to check out the Zach's podcast, absolutely the best podcast of work in progress. Talk about the MCU movies, MCU adjacent movies. And they are currently talking about the Alien Predator franchise, so check them out. And please join our Discord. If you want to be on the show, if you want to suggest things for the show, we have a Discord. We're always happy to have people join us on there. And give a shout out to A Gamer Looks at 40 with Bill Tucker. He is back. He also started his new podcast, Carrying My Cross, I think is the name of his religious podcast.
Carrying My Cross, that is correct.
Okay.
He just released his first episode, which is about Genesis and some other stuff.
I will not listen to it because I don't listen to anything Christian related. But no offense to him, he's a great guy. So just doesn't.
I will because I'm going to support him.
I will plug.
I'll listen to anything.
That's my support. Also, you have a lot of hours you have to fill at prison, so
that is true. I currently have 60 podcast episodes downloaded.
Damn, that's a bit. All right, and please give a shout out my awesome intro and outro courtesy to Helena at Hell Has Fury. Follow her on TikTok and Instagram, and please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only, and rate and reviews wherever you get your podcast. I think that's everything I need to say. So we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.